Hello and welcome back to the channel. 'Tis I, Ken Lavigne, your host, humble narrator, and singer/vocal coach here on YouTube and in real life, coincidentally. Today we are looking at VOICEPLAY and their cover of Seven Nation Army, the original by the White Stripes, of course. And this comes to us from one of our dear subscribers, Jamie, who has been a regular contributor to this particular channel. Jamie writes, "This is an a cappella group called VOICEPLAY, featuring Anthony Garguila. Seven Nation Army White Stripes cover. Would love to know what you think." Well, thank you very much for the suggestion, Jamie, as well as the kind donation, ensuring that this particular video gets to the top of the pile. So I know VOICEPLAY pretty well. I've looked at many of their covers in the past and commented on them. Always enjoy what it is that they bring to the table and their contributions. So let's now dive into their cover of Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. Here we go. All right, so that classic riff from the opening of the White Stripes, Seven Nation Army, that bass line, which I believe is actually played on the guitar by Jack White, and he uses some sort of octavizer to get that bass tone. Very, very cool. A little note here is we have Eli coming in with a full beard. He's carrying a baseball bat, and he's also swinging a counter melody. I don't think this is part of the original at all, so let's have a listen to him as he makes his entry.
I'm gonna fight 'em all. A Seven Nation Army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. No.
Oh, Lane, you kill me with that. What is that? Beatboxing. I gotta learn how to do it. I can barely do the kick drum and the snare. I'm still working on it. It might take years. It will take years for me. I'm a slow learner. But that I gotta hear again.
Can't forget. No. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And the message coming from my heart says, leave it alone. Leave it alone. I don't want to hear about it. Don't want to. Every single one.
Okay, Jeff Castellucci on the bass line. He is just ripping some really cool interpretive stuff going on. I love it. Love it. A little sidebar note, personal note here. It was my son's 14th birthday. I got him a bass just to see if he would like it, if he would dig into it at all. And he has been. And the very first riff that he learned was that dum 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 from the Seven Nation Army. He's like, it's the coolest thing. I've got to be able to learn how to do that. As soon as he picked it up, that's the first thing he figured out how to play. It's now a classic. Oh my God, it's been around for like 20 years.
It's got a story to tell. Everyone knows about it. From the Queen of England to the
Okay, I laugh because it's just so crazy good. Jeff Castellucci, when he goes down to that subterranean bass, it just shakes the floor. And you think I'm being hyperbolic, but if you've ever been in a resonant space with someone with a true basso profondo, the moment they talk, it feels like the walls are shaking. It's quite remarkable.
For cash you're coming back my way, I'm gonna serve it to you. And that ain't what you wanna hear, but that's what I'll do.
Anthony on the lead vocal here, just shaking it up with all of those incredible riffs and runs and nailing it. He's doing an incredible job. The whole band is. This is a great arrangement.
And the feeling coming from my bones is fine.
Okay, so that's that floor shaking moment. Subterranean bass from Jeff. Oh man, this is so crazy good. This must have been a fun shoot to do. They're all in this stylized performance, almost like Escape from New York garb, swinging a baseball bat. I read somewhere that Jack White said this song is really about gossip and how it tears you apart and how you have to get away from it, but realizing you can't. You have to go back home and face these things. And it's become like a warm-up song, a hype-up song for football teams and hockey teams and stuff like that. It's interesting how we as a culture sort of embrace certain songs and then they evolve into having their own kind of language and meaning to individuals, and they're sort of running with this aesthetic of like, don't mess with us, but because they're singing it, it almost feels like a West Side Story. Don't mess with us. Stay cool. But I love it. It's fantastic. It's so cool.
I'm going to Wichita, yeah, far from this opera forevermore. Yeah, I'm gonna work the straw, make the sweat out of every pore.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great. These guys can sing. That's all I can say is they can really sing. They know their voices and they're just nailing all of those riffs, as well as this particular arrangement builds on the original in ways that are so creative and inventive.
Bleeding and I'm bleeding and I'm bleeding right before the Lord. All the words are gonna bleed from me and I will sing no more. And the stains coming from the stains coming from the stains coming from my blood. Go back
There's so much happening now. The way this is building and crescendoing, I don't know how much bigger it can be. It feels like it's inflated in terms of the orchestration to its maximum volume. Obviously, a lot more stuff going on. That this is not just purely their voices. If you have a creative idea, you don't necessarily have to paint or color directly in between the lines. I feel like they're really throwing everything plus the kitchen sink into this one. And it's great. It's great. It's so good.
Mommy couldn't hold me back. Take the time, take the right behind my back. I'm gonna fight 'em all. A seven-nation army couldn't hold me back.
Great arrangement, wonderfully done. I don't really know what to say about the post-apocalyptic vibe that they're going for here. They're shot somewhere in some long-forgotten plaza or mall, and it reminds me that there is a certain hollowing out that is happening right now of Middle America that we can't really ignore. Everything about that performance was top-notch. Just having everything about the orchestration, the performance was just top-notch. It was so incredibly seamless, and I really, truly enjoyed it. I don't know. I can't point out any flaw. Now, while my job may be to be a little more critical, your job is to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. What do you think of this performance? Are you a VOICEPLAY fan? Did you like this version of Seven Nation Army? I thought they killed it. I thought it was fantastic, and would love to hear from you as well. As there are links down below in the description where you can get a hold of me directly, cut through all the noise. If you have a specific request, maybe more VOICEPLAY, maybe there's one of your favorites that hasn't been featured on this channel, let me know. And also, too, if you are like Jamie, you could leave a kind donation, and that would be much appreciated. If you are not yet a member of this fabulous community of vocal aficionados and music lovers, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the great stuff that is produced here on the channel every week. Thank you so much for taking time out of your super busy day and spending a few of those precious moments here with me. Much love and appreciation truly to you all. Stay safe, and we will see you next time.